Nah, baby, I ain't black. I'm gold. When I say that, many people oftentimes misunderstand what I'm saying when I say I'm not black, I'm gold. It's a deeper definition than that, to that. What I notice oftentimes is no offense towards those who identify with being black, but my thing is if you're going to be black and proclaim black, then stand tall in that. Be who you say you are. Because once again, to be black is to stand firm. It's not to be yanked by the roots and just thrown away every time someone says something that slights you or offends you. Someone of a different race says something against you, and all of a sudden you act as if the world is crashing down. Something happened in your life and you just feel like there's no more hope. Why would I want to identify with something like that? Where's Martin Luther King at? How would Martin Luther King feel about his people every time something happened? They just say, "Oh, this is the end. Oh, this is a apocalypse. This is there's no more to be found. There's no more life for us." Like, why? I mean, I understand the black struggle and everything that we've been through as a race or a people, a group of people. But didn't we come from Africa? Didn't we come from strength? Didn't we come from various tribes that were once in Africa? The land of beauty, strength, strongness, which it isn't a word, but we live in the era where people create their own words. I'm all about create your own, but where do we come from? I mean, I can understand that slavery did exist. Yes, we understand that. We acknowledge the fact, but we don't sit in that. Slavery is over. Slavery has been dead since when? And yes, it's still being practiced all across the globe, but at the end of the day, you have no chains on you. You have no chains on you. You're living in a land of where it's free. I mean, we have all type of things being out here practiced that you might not agree with, but slavery starts at your mind. It reminds me of the elephant story of the elephant where he's shackled and chained up, and he's shackled and chained up like that for so many years that once the shackles and chains have been broken and cast away and taken off of him, he's still standing in the same place because that's what he was used to. And I feel like with many black people, that's how they live. That's how they feel. You can only blame a certain race of people outside of you for so long. After a while, it just becomes petty. After a while, it becomes stagnant on your end, because what I've come to notice is many people blame a system of people, a race of people, and yet that race of people, system of people, they don't even know your name unless it's the government. So why you say, "Oh, such and such is the reason why I have nothing. Such and such is the reason why I am nothing." That white man or whoever you want to claim is holding you down, he don't even know your first and last name. Go to the gas station and run into some white man that you feel is holding you down and ask him. Step to his face and ask him, "Sir, what is my first and last name?" He couldn't tell you. See what I'm saying? So to me, it's just a bogus excuse. It's a bogus excuse. It's an excuse that people hold on to because they want to be victimized. They within their own self, they want to be victims, and they get off on playing this whole victimization role of, "Oh, we can't do better." You might can't do better, but I can, because I don't. For me, Martin Luther King is dead. He's not coming back, just like Jesus ain't coming back. He tried to plant a foundation to help us, and he helped us where we could. But that's what everything that could be a mother or father. They plant a foundation for you to listen and learn, and then when they die away or when they leave, then it's up to you to continue to follow in that, to walk in that, to provide for yourself. I think that's what's wrong with the majority of the group within the black race. Everything is about dependence. Dependence on your brother, dependence on your sister. When are you going to help yourself? When are you going to try to use your brain to help yourself and think logically and think critically to do things that is going to better benefit you? Because remember, every human on this earth, it comes a time and place where you have to die out. That's just what it is. You live here for a time period and then you're gone. It's as simple as that. But if you've never been taught how to gain resources to build and better yourself, if you've never been taught that and you depend on the next man, you just gonna be stunted completely in growth. You're gonna be worthless as the garbage can standing next to me, because you have not practiced in your mind independence. We living in America. Now, if you want to go back home to Africa, then go back home to Africa. It just is what it is. People get mad when you talk the way that you talk, but you got to make a choice and decision in your life for you. You can't sit around blaming this race of people, because once again, they don't know your name. Unless it's the government, or I don't know, unless it's something like that, or you going to the DMV where you get your license, unless it's something like that, or you going to walking in a bank, providing your information for them to look you up through a computerized system, unless it's something like that, you blaming a race of people, first of all, that don't care about you. They don't care about their own. That's just the truth of that. But why are you sitting up there taking it upon yourself to entertain that? That time that you're wasting could be used to propel yourself forward, is all I'm trying to say. It's just common sense. And I think many people within the majority of a group lack common sense. Lacking common sense could lead to your own death and demise. Do you know how many people walk around every single day blaming the white man, not knowing they're just as valuable as him? Because once you're gold, you're gold. Gold might crack, but it's still valuable. Gold might crack, but it's still valuable. Look at this gold chain around my neck, this gold piece. This was given to me by my father. I actually had another one, but like I said, gold never dies out. It's of value. It could be melted and all type of things in place and resold. You see what I'm saying? If you believe that you're a failure, then you're a failure. You got to face that. Why are you blaming other people? They don't know your name. They don't know your name. You sit back blaming a race of people that don't know your name, and oh, this group of people has holding me back. White people has holding me back. They don't know your name. I keep saying that because I want people to realize they don't know your name. While you're spitting hatred about past hatred that maybe their ancestors provided on the land or on the soil, while you're spitting that, they're going off happy. They're laughing. They're creating more babies. They're starting businesses. They're on vacation. They're going to Brazil. They're even going to Africa, many of them. But I'm just saying, you're wasting your time on all this little petty, dumb type of stuff. It just, to me, is kind of like a form of superficiality. If I walk around blaming the white man, it gives me some surveying power. It makes me look good. It makes me look as good as this outfit that I have on. I think that's what people do. They want to stand prideful, and they want to look at how maybe they think that they're all this and this and that. They wear that, let me hate white people, as like as if it's their outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like as if it's their own suit and tie. Like they want people to bow down to them and worship them because they hate a group of people that have done things in their past. But haven't we all done things in our past? The greatest argument people don't want to face is, how did many of us African Americans get it? African American, how did we get to the land of America? We were sold by our own. People don't understand how that makes me even feel thinking about it, because it's almost like a traitor gave you off. A traitor gave you away. So if I can look at the white man and blame him, why can't I blame my own for giving me away? For giving me off to suffer within a system that we know at times haven't been right in the past. It hasn't. There's no excuse for blacks in 2018. Technology is at your fingertips. It's for your advancements, for your benefit. That's just crazy to me. Every time I see somebody walk around and they're blaming a group of people, blaming the white man for why they can't be this, why they can't be that, and then they turn against the system. Every one of those people have actually died. They've died. Anytime you turn against what could be of a benefit, whether they don't like you or not. So what, they don't like you? Your own kind don't like you. But every time you turn away from a group of people that can help provide resources to you to make your life of benefit, remember, we're not in Africa. We're here, unless you want to go back. Anytime you turn against a system or a race of people that can help benefit you with resources, that only leads to death. And it's death by your own hands. It's not death by his hands. It's death by your own hands. Because remember, when you go out here, you spitting hatred, that hatred has no choice but to turn around and come back and bite you in the butt. Because what you give is what you get. And once again, all the people that I've noticed that speak hatred about a group of people that had maybe planted hatred in their past towards our group of people, those people have been locked up and are serving life terms. Black people, they're in their grave. They're serving life in their grave, 6 feet under. I notice that people that walk around blaming white people all day for their problems and their hiccups in life, they are nowhere. They're actually going backwards in life. They're not going forward. They're not moving anywhere forward. They're not being propelled forward. Because to think that you are enslaved is to re-enslave yourself, where slavery is not even there. Because remember, the white man that you're blaming, he has no time to keep up with you. He's too busy doing business. These people that you're blaming and saying, oh, it's their fault, the reason why they don't know your name is because they're too busy. They're too busy building their own life. They're too busy traveling over to Asia, over to Japan, starting businesses and corporations. They're too busy. There's only so many hours within a time frame of a day. So how could he sit watching and babysitting you, trying to figure out how to enslave you again, when he know there's only so much time in a day? He's trying to get business done. Real business people focus on real business things. They don't focus on petty people. You got what I'm saying? That's only common sense. Why would I be a man of a major corporation and I'm sitting babysitting some, like people like to say, coon? Why would I be a white man of a major corporation babysitting petty people? And I'm not saying all black people. I'm saying those that them themselves babysit petty. You got what I'm saying? As many black folks, as many widely successful, global successful black people out here that's making it happen. They doing it for themselves. But for all the other ones, it's petty. Don't babysit petty. In 2018, I'm not black, baby. I'm gold. Because gold is more valuable. Once again, gold never dies out. And for me, I don't die out. I just keep treading. I'm winning.